Liv Morgan's reaction after Dominik offered a hug to Rhea Ripley on Raw on Netflix. In a shocking turn of events following Rhea Ripley's title victory over Liv Morgan on the Netflix premiere episode of Raw, fan-shot footage has emerged that reveals a surprising moment between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. After Rhea Ripley's dominant win to reclaim the Women's World Championship, the chaos didn't stop inside the ring, as tensions between Ripley and Mysterio reached a boiling point. Rhea Ripley's victory and Dominik's disastrous move. Rhea Ripley's triumph over Liv Morgan was nothing short of impressive. The two superstars battled fiercely for the Women's World Championship, but in the end, it was Ripley who emerged victorious. After the match, Ripley seemed to be in full control, her dominance not only in the ring but in her confidence as the reigning champion. However, what happened next was unexpected. While Ripley celebrated her hard-fought victory, her ally, Dominik Mysterio, attempted to join in the moment. He cautiously approached Ripley, who had just defeated her rival in what was an intense and personal match. It appeared that Dominik, seemingly oblivious to the tension in the air, sought to embrace Ripley in celebration of her win. But this was not to be a typical moment of camaraderie. As Dominik moved toward her with his arms outstretched, hoping for a hug, Ripley immediately turned around and stared him down. Her piercing glare seemed to say everything without words. Moments later, Ripley would show her frustration with Dominik's actions, delivering a devastating riptide to the young Mysterio. The aftermath. Liv Morgan's unexpected intervention. The brutality of Ripley's attack on Dominik was shocking, and fans were left stunned. Ripley's riptide, a move known for its power and aggression, left Dominik Mysterio lying motionless on the mat. But what came next was even more surprising. As Dominik laid on the ground, still reeling from the impact, it was Liv Morgan who made her unexpected move. Despite having just lost the Women's World Championship to Ripley, Morgan rushed to the ring to check on Dominik. The fan-shot footage captures the tender moment when Liv Morgan, with genuine concern, bent down to check on Mysterio, making sure he was okay after taking Ripley's brutal attack. Morgan's actions were a clear indication of her loyalty to Dominik, despite their tumultuous history with Rhea Ripley and the Judgment Day. The footage shows Morgan holding Dominik in her arms, offering a comforting gesture in the midst of all the chaos. For fans, this moment was one of shock and surprise, as Morgan's actions seemed to symbolize a protective instinct, almost as if to say that despite her rivalry with Ripley, she would not stand idly by while someone she cared about was hurt. The dynamic between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. This moment between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio adds another layer of complexity to their ongoing storylines in WWE. Their connection has been teased in past segments, and this act of compassion by Morgan highlights the potential for future developments in their relationship. The fact that Morgan was so quick to run to Dominik's aid after Ripley's attack speaks volumes. Despite the rivalry between the two women, it appears that Liv still cares for Dominik, which could set the stage for future confrontations, alliances, or perhaps even a united front against Ripley and the Judgment Day. While it's unclear exactly what the future holds for these two superstars, the interaction between Morgan and Mysterio following the brutal riptide has surely sparked the imaginations of fans everywhere. Will Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio become allies in the future? Or will this moment serve as a flash in the pan, adding more drama to an already heated rivalry? What's next for Rhea Ripley and the Judgment Day? With Rhea Ripley now firmly back in possession of the Women's World Championship, all eyes are on what will come next for her and the Judgment Day. Ripley's actions against Dominik further cement her place as the dominant figure in the faction, but it also suggests that tensions may be rising within the group. The relationship between Ripley and Dominik has always been an interesting dynamic, with Ripley often taking on the role of both leader and protector. However, her disdain for Dominik's attempted gesture of affection post-match suggests that not everything is as smooth as it may seem on the surface. The future of the Judgment Day may depend on how Ripley handles this developing tension with Dominik, as well as how the rest of the faction responds to her actions. Conclusion: a moment of tenderness amidst chaos. In the end, this surprising fan-shot footage adds yet another layer of intrigue to the ongoing drama surrounding Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Dominik Mysterio. While Ripley may have reclaimed her championship, it is clear that the chaos and drama surrounding the Judgment Day are far from over. Liv Morgan's unexpected intervention to check on Dominik hints at an evolving relationship between the two, setting the stage for what promises to be more twists and turns in the ongoing WWE storyline. Rhea Ripley has finally regained the Women's World Championship, and with it, a sense of closure on her long-standing rivalry with Liv Morgan. In a decisive match on Raw, Ripley defeated Morgan to reclaim the title, and during the post-show press conference, she made it clear that her issues with Liv were now in the past. The battle between Ripley and Morgan had been personal from the start. Ripley reflected on the toll the rivalry had taken on her, stating, "She made me vacate. She took my family. Dom. She also broke my face and targeted my knee. She's done many, many things." These words showed just how deep the animosity ran between the two women, with Ripley feeling as though Morgan had taken everything from her, both personally and professionally. The win over Morgan in the championship match meant far more to Ripley than just reclaiming the title. It represented a final victory over the obstacles that Morgan had placed in her path. Finally pinning her in a championship match and getting my baby back meant absolutely everything to me, Ripley shared, emphasizing how significant this win was for her. For Ripley, the feud with Morgan had stretched for far too long. Ripley had been one of the most dominant women in WWE, but the ongoing struggle with Morgan had held her back from reaching her full potential. She was well on her way to becoming one of the longest reigning women's champions in WWE history before Morgan's interference. Now that she had overcome her rival, Ripley could look forward to the future with a sense of freedom and anticipation. Obviously, I was on the way to being one of the longest reigning women's champions here in WWE, and I'm just excited to see what happens next, Ripley said, hinting at her aspirations for even greater accomplishments. With the drama between Ripley and Morgan now over, Ripley believes she can finally put the past behind her. "Finally, now that I'm past Liv, I'm past the Judgment Day. This ended tonight," she declared, marking the end of a chapter in her WWE journey. Ripley is ready to focus on her future, free from the distractions of her rivalry with Morgan and her role within the Judgment Day. Looking ahead, Ripley's confidence is at an all-time high. Having reclaimed the Women's World Championship, she's excited about what the future holds for her in WWE.